The weight doesn't care who you are. It doesn't respect confidence, titles, or talk. When steel is loaded heavy, it hunts weakness, and it always finds something. Martin Espino, the Mexican silverback, built in silence, tested under pressure, uninterested in excuses. This isn't strength for show. This is what remains when comfort breaks and truth steps forward. On this episode of Tactical Tequila Podcast with your host, Matt Wilson. If you enjoy the show, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it to your social media platforms. Thanks for tuning in and enjoy the show. Welcome back, everyone. Matt with Tactical Tequila Podcast here. And on tonight's show, we have a great show planned for you. We have the Mexican silverback, Martin. He just finished the Florida Strongman competition in order to qualify for the Arnold Sports Festival. Steel doesn't lie. Neither does the weight when it's loaded heavy, and there's nowhere to hide. This isn't about likes, hype, or even highlight reels. This is about pressure, discipline, and what happens when the bar refuses to move. He doesn't train for applause. He steps into the iron knowing it will either expose him or forge him. Iron strips the ego. Tequila demands the respect. A real strength is earned, and the moment excuses die on the floor. No shortcuts, no performances, just a man, the weight, and the truth that shows up even when everything gets heavy. Martin, welcome to the show. I appreciate your time, and thank you so much.
Man, that was one hell of an intro. Appreciate it, man. You made me sound way too good there. I appreciate that, brother.
Hey, by the way, I love your shirt there.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. Gotta rock it. Gotta support you, bro.
Right? That's an Agave Van Gogh creation right there.
He's dope. He is really good.
I agree. So kind of just like lead me into things. Like you did the Florida Strongman competition today. You placed third overall, correct?
Correct.
So walk me through that.
Well, I've always seen Florida Strongest Man, and it's always been one of those things that I've always wanted to do. And just recently, I just got into Strongman. This is like my third competition, and I've only been doing it for 2 years. So I'm like, man, let's give it a try. I've already did 2 of them. I placed pretty good in both of them. I mean, my very first one I did in Tampa, I ended up winning first place. I did Orlando Strongest Man the second time, and we tied for third place on that one. So I'm like, I'm holding my own against these guys. So go up against the best of the best here in the state of Florida. And I believe it was 24 states were represented at today's competition. So gave it my best shot. I mean, there were some heavy hitters, man. They really pushed me to the limit.
So now with this competition, it's basically like the gatekeeper kind of, right? For the Arnold Sports Festival.
Yeah. From what I was told, first place will get a ticket to the Arnold Classic. The top 3 will end up going to nationals, and I believe that will be in North Carolina. I'm not 100% sure yet, but and if you win nationals, I think you also qualify for the Arnold. But to be honest, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't really looked into it. I'm still brand new to the sport, so I'm still learning the ropes of it.
So now with this being a sort of gateway into nationals and also the Arnold Sports Festival, how did that pressure change you before the first event even took place?
Whew. I had to just put that to the side first, man, because I had to really concentrate to finish the task at first. I mean, it would be pretty cool to go to the Arnold and do all that, but I had to keep my mindset right and just finish this competition first because I didn't want my mind wandering off. Hey, I got my ticket. I got this now. I needed to concentrate on the go on task first.
So now leading up to this, what do you feel hit harder? Was it the nerves or was it the weights?
The nerves, definitely the nerves. Um, I've been I did powerlifting for 10 years, and I did some big competitions like that in powerlifting. But this one just hit me more different because of who I was going up against, what was on the line. Um, and I just didn't want to screw up. I wanted to do good and just I can hold my weight with everybody else. But the nerves really got to me.
And as you talk about holding your own weight, which event do you think actually exposed who belonged there and, who wasn't ready?
All of them, to be honest with you. Each event was pretty hard for everybody. But for our weight class, I would have to say the axle wagon deadlift because we ended up all tying at 650. But before we got there, we had to go through the press medley, the yoke, and by the time we got to the deadlift, we started at 400 and it was a 50-pound jumps to see the last man standing, and we all got to 700, and everybody in my weight class could not get 700 off the ground. So we all ended up, that really tested everybody. It's like, dang, we thought all of us we've pulled 700 before, but this really tested us.
To me, like anything over, I think the most that I ever did, like just even like on a leg press, I think is, roughly around 350 was the most I ever did.
Oh,
And,
good.
700 pounds, like that's, you know,
It's a lot. Yeah.
an amazing feat to lift up. Like that's a heavy burden for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I've pulled 700 in powerlifting, I think multiple times. The best I've ever done in powerlifting was 716. So for me, I've done 700, but when it comes down to strongman, it's a different animal. And the way you set up, the way you approach the bar, everything was just different. The heights are was a little bit different for me to get where I wanted to get comfortable. My hand placement. So yeah, it tests you. It definitely will test you.
Was there ever a moment during the competition, even mid competition, where you kind of just realized that this was bigger than just lifting?
Yeah, yeah. Just the fact that my daughter was out there cheering me on. I had to lead by example, sportsmanship. Never give up. It's something I've always preached to her ever since because she does weightlifting for high school. So when I see her out there always cheering me on and everything, I gotta represent. I gotta show her how I am, not show the other side of being cocky and everything. Because I want her to, when she gets older, transition that to her teammates and everything. And luckily, she has everything I've taught her. She's also preached on to her teammates.
Now, I know that you and I chatted probably within a week prior to this, and you were having some doubts. How do you overcome those doubts?
But I just had to get my mind right, man, because mentally, physically, it was burning me out. My work schedule's all over the place. I mean, I was going in to work at 3 in the morning, getting out at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, going straight to train. Yeah. So mentally, I had to get myself right. And then my our workload was pretty heavy this year for our holiday season. We had to do Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. So it was taking a toll on me. This one really beat me up pretty bad to where I was questioning myself too. I'm like, I don't know how much I could take of this.
Well, I'm glad you stuck with it, and I'm fairly certain, after we've chatted, I think that you're glad that you stuck with it as well.
I am. I mean, when I got up there in the podium and everything, I was like, man, good thing I never quit. something that I always tell my daughter. I'm like, don't give up. Always just go out there and give 100% your best you can, no matter what.
What lift would you say forced you to dig deeper than anything that you trained for in this competition?
I would have to say the yoke, just for the fact that I have a metal rod and two metal screws in my ankle. So we had to walk with 675 pounds on our backs, 50 feet. And it's just that fact that if my ankle twists one way, one the other, and it just snaps, that's it. I mean, I just had that right there push me to the limits to see if I can hang with these guys.
If you could just describe what the yoke is.
So the yoke is basically you get under it, kind of like you're gonna squat, and you pick it up, and it's kind of like a squared, and it has weights on each side of it to balance it out. But the yoke by itself, depending on who makes it, the weights will always be different by itself. Ours that we have at our gym is 240 pounds. So then we just put 45-pound plates around it, and we just keep going up. So you just pick it up, and then you just run with it, depending on how far you got to go. There's some competitions where you have to drop it and come back. So 100 feet basically, or up to the promoter that's doing it.
What technique do you use during this? Because the videos that you posted, like I noticed that you were taking real short steps. Is it just because of the weight that you're taking shorter steps with it?
No, for me, it was just more the ankle. I was being more careful with it. That's why I take shorter steps with it. There's other guys that can just fly right through it. I mean, and they've been doing it longer. Maybe that's probably why they do it so fast. But for me, it was just placement, making sure my feet were right. I just didn't want to roll that ankle. I didn't want to take the chances, you know?
Now, throughout this competition, how thin is the line between qualifying, even just for nationals, and just leaving empty-handed?
Like I said before, man, I had to put all that stuff. I mean, even when I signed up, I mean, I had to just, you know what, go in here, do my best. Whatever happens, happens. Um, it was in the back of my mind, like, man, we'd be pretty cool, but I still had to be like, hey, let's get through this first, and then we'll take the next step after this. Because I don't like overthinking things, because then my mind starts going everywhere, you know.
Yeah. And I guess more so what I'm getting at with that question is, so you said there were roughly 24 states that were
Represented, yeah,
present
yeah.
in. Okay. So out of those 24, like, I guess what I'm trying to get at is between being on the podium and leaving empty-handed, how thin of a margin, how thin of a line is it between the podium and not go and going home with nothing?
It's really hard to tell, to be honest with you, just for the fact that any event, you can be on top of the leaderboard, but you mess up in one event, it completely throws you off, because the way they do it is a scoring system. So if you place first, you get so many points, second, so many points. So, and I mean, a little mishap or a miss thing you could do will throw the whole point system off, and that can throw your whole chances of going to the podium or going to nationals or the Arnold.
And so now, as you talk about if you make that one mistake, how do you keep your mind so focused in order to minimize that risk of making those mistakes?
Just try to make up on the next one, on the next event. If it happens again, I just finish it out. Just finish it out and just keep telling yourself, hey, there's always going to be another one. There's always going to be another competition. At the end of the day, I still got to go to work. I mean, I do this for fun, for a hobby. You know, this doesn't pay the bills unless you're that very percentage of 1% that are like freak of natures that actually get sponsors and everything.
Is that something that you hope to accomplish with this, is to get sponsored one day?
Not really. Back in my younger days when I started doing this, maybe, but not anymore. I mean, now I just do it for a hobby. This just helps my mental health, you know. it really balances everything out, man. I love going training with my crew and keeps me focused. But if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it's all great. I mean, there's other guys out there in the strongman world, power lifting, that deserve it. Like I said, man, I've only been doing this for 2 years in the strongman. I mean, I'm having fun. It's all it is. Just I'm having fun with it, man. And that's one thing I tell my daughter is like, man, just go out there and have fun.
Well, there's nothing that says that you can't deserve it as well.
I know, but I mean, I feel like I'm just a rookie in this game. That's how I feel.
Even at the lowest level, the rookie level, I feel like you won it just from the way that I see you train on your Instagram, and the way that you push your daughter and the way that you push yourself and the conversations that you and I have had,
Yeah, yeah,
both, because I first met you at Sabor this last go around,
yeah. In LA,
and yeah, in LA. And I think we hung out like pretty much most of the night just
yeah,
because we just hit it off.
we
And
did.
like to me, your persona is just like that. You have that never quit mentality, and I love that.
That's something my parents have always pushed on us. Is like, don't ever quit. Especially my dad. He's always, because he came here when he was 15, 13 to the States. And it's always been one of those things, don't ever give up. And he pounded on me and my brothers and sisters. And speak of a sponsorship, I mean, Chris reached out to me, Chris Cardenas, and he did pay for my entry fee for Florida Strongest Man. So I appreciate that, Chris. And I didn't even ask him.
That's
He just
awesome.
out of his own will, he reached out to me, said he wanted to do something for me, and I'm like, I really appreciate that.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, it
And
is.
Chris is such an amazing guy. And as you know, he's been on the podcast and
Yes.
he makes a great tequila. And I can't wait to actually try the new distillery that he switched over to.
Me too. That high proof he said he's got coming. I want to try it.
Yes, you and me both.
Yeah, that's one thing too. Like I was telling Chris too, I don't reach out to nobody for sponsorships or you want to cover this or not. That's just me, you know. But I was really blessed by
And
Chris saying that. Chris said he'll take care of it. I'm like, all right, I really appreciate it, Chris.
yeah, he's phenomenal. And you're phenomenal as well.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it.
As you're preparing yourself for this competition, do you feel like the pressure sharpened you, or do you feel like it was trying to break you?
I think it was both. Mentally and physically, I think it was trying to sharpen me and break me. Just for the fact that everything that from work schedule, life, my daughter weightlifting. I had to be at her with her at her competitions. Then times I had to go train, my work schedule. I'm like, it really, at one point I thought I was really trying to break me. I didn't think it was going to sharpen me. It was just trying to break me down. But I've learned how to control myself and just, you know what, one day at a time, one day at a time.
One issue at a time, one event at a time. That's how you got to take life.
Exactly.
Do you feel that um, I, what do you think that this competition demanded from you that training never could?
Ooh, I would have to say time. Just putting in the time. Because we do strongman Saturdays, and I can't make it every Saturday just for the fact I'm a work schedule. And it was just one of those things that I just never had time to train the way I wanted to train. You know, other guys had the ability to train more than I could. But I feel like it was just timing, man. Because there was times where, I mean, I wake up at 2:30, be at work by 3:30 in the morning. There's times I didn't even want to go to the gym no more, man, because I was just burned out.
Oh, I can imagine. I mean, anyone who has to work like a 3 to 3 schedule, that's that's brutal in itself.
It is. And I've been doing it for about 18 years now.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
18 years on day shift, and I spent 2 years on night shift. So I've been there. I'm the same company for 20 years now.
So what is your day job?
I'm what they call a spotter driver. So it's a spotter driver, yard dog. So basically, we move trailers around the complex at this grocery store called Publix, kind of like a
Okay.
Walmart. Yeah.
Yep.
So all we do is just move a trailer. The office will call us, hey, we need this trailer moved over here, over there, or we'll help our drivers out, moving stuff around. But that's pretty much what I do. I mean, and it's still, I mean, it's a demanding job. It's up and down steps, hooking, going here, going there. So it takes its toll on your body sometimes too. Because all we do is backup trailers. Yeah, all we do is backup trailers all day. So I mean, some of the guys that I work with can smoke some of them guys easily. And that's probably why they don't want us to go out there and try to qualify for that.
So kind of getting back into the strongest competition, which event do you think humbled you the most?
Pretty much all of them, but I would have to say the deadlift, the axle deadlift, just for the fact that I'm a pretty good deadlifter, and I got cocky with it, man. I don't know why, just because of the fact maybe because I pulled 700, but that humbled me. It made me okay. I'm not strong as I thought I was. I need to work on some things. Yeah. But I think that event really tested me. All the other events were fun. The stone to shoulder was just, I've never touched a stone. That was my first time ever touching the stone. It was like, I believe 275 pounds, and it's a different monster. But each event had its own things that, how can I say it? That I have to work on my weakness. It exposed some of the stuff that I need to work on.
Do you think that the competition validated the preparation that you did before? Or do you feel like maybe it exposed the gaps that you need to definitely work on?
Expose the gaps that I need to work on. Like we do in the off season, like just take time off and just work on things that need to be worked on if I want to compete again. And it's like grip work. I need to work on that. Um, the deadlift, I just got to be more confident with it. It's just little things that I need to fix. And just for the fact also that the metal rods and everything, that always messes with my head. I got to get more, how can I say it, the confidence to get under the bars and everything. Because it's still, every time I step on that platform, no matter if it's a platform or the strongman, it's always in the back of my head. If this could be the day that this ankle rolls on me, you know?
And as you talk about that, what do you feel separates those athletes that want the Arnold and then those that are more built for it? Like, what do you feel like separates those two?
I would have to say determination, dedication, discipline. The ones that are disciplined that want it the most are the ones that are going to be on that podium and are going to be the ones going to the Arnold Classic. But I say discipline is probably number one.
Years from now, will you remember the pain or the pride in earning your podium visit here?
I would say the pride, man, because it's the hard work that I've put into it. Something my parents have taught me, because we come from a migrant family background, and my dad has always taught us the hard work, the pride, take pride in what you do and all and everything, work, ethics, your heritage. So I would have to say pride, man, because I mean it's taken me. I've been doing this strength thing for about 11, 12 years, I want to say, and for the first time, I'm actually doing something, you know, and it's been a journey for sure. I haven't taken no shortcuts or nothing like that. I mean, and there's times where I just wanted to give it up, but at the same time, I got a 16-year-old that's looking up to me, and I got to make her proud. And now she's making me proud by watching her compete.
So now I kind of want to talk a little bit about the whole Iron and Tequila brand that you're building. I love the brand. With Iron and Tequila, both demand respect, of course. When did you realize that neither one of those tolerates shortcuts?
Whew. I have to say when I have no celebrities. I have no but just like tequilas. Um, that's a good question, bro. I really, I don't even. I had an answer for you, but it blanked out of my head.
What does tequila represent to you after all the work is done and not before?
I want to say Harriet. That's a good one too. The hard work that goes behind it, man. That everybody that puts into it, the harvesting and everything. Just like our background from being a migrant farm worker and watching them do the same thing almost as me.
Is there anything that pisses you off about how the tequila culture is misunderstood in today's society?
Um, just because a celebrity represents it doesn't mean it's that great. To be honest, I mean, maybe there's one or two that are good. Another thing that pisses me off too is like these little companies don't get enough recognition. The ones that are actually doing it the right way. You know what I'm saying?
But, you know, with those little companies, like that's where people like you and, people like me and, other influencers where we can, you know, post about it, we can talk about it, we can um, put it out there to get people to try it, to enjoy it.
Ex-
That's one of the things that I love about small brands is hearing their stories and just going from there. And once people start to understand their stories, they start to appreciate it more, I feel.
Yeah, because I mean, I've interacted with a bunch of companies, Las Flor, Martin Espino, Tequila Cultura 100, Chris. There's plenty. I mean, those small ones that I've interacted with, and they've always interacted with me. Those big companies ain't gonna interact with you. No, Jose Cuervo, The Rock, they're not gonna interact with you. And that's what I tell people when they're like, "Oh, The Rock said a small batch." I'm like, "That ain't small batch, man. Just because the bottle says small batch, it does not
No,
mean it's not small."
when you move about 1 million cases or somewhere close to there, I think is what he claimed. It's not small batch.
Nah, that's one thing I try to tell people too. Um, Read the information. Sometimes it's not all right. Go to Tequila Matchmaker. Well, I think they changed their name now, right? To something else. I forgot it was. They'll
It's
give more
agave
information.
matchmaker.
Yeah, and not only that, yeah. Then I'm like, I'll recommend different people like Tequila Cop or Tim Tequila to check it out. But that's what that's what thing that pisses me off is everybody thinks there's a celebrity behind it. It's great. No, it's not.
What would you say the difference between drinking tequila is and honoring it?
Maybe the fact that back to the whole harvesting thing. You know how you got the Himalayas out there in the fields working on the plants and everything. Kind of how I grew up working out in the fields and everything with my parents and everything. That's how I take the tequila.
Now, as you say, that's how you take the tequila. Do you approach tequila the same way that you approach lifting? Is it slow, intentional? How do you approach tequila?
I approach it slow, intentional, slow. I don't try to rush it no more. Just how you don't rush an agave to grow. So you take it, let it grow on its own, kind of like how I did. I mean, it took me years to get to where I'm at now. I mean, to get the right agave, you need to let it grow, what, 7, 9 years to get the right round you want. So yeah, that's how I see it.
Want to just kind of like move into the Mexican silverback. So the name carries a lot of weight. What does it represent beyond strength?
Well, it really was technically be the Mexican American silverback, but IG wouldn't let me use the whole name. So I had to shorten it down. And it what started off was just shits and giggles, man. It was just for fun. But then it just carried its own, it caught on a little wave of its own. So I left it the way it was. And it was pretty much an honor to everybody at the gym that I go to, Vanilla Gorilla Strength Athletics by Scott Lamb. And because he's been my coach for 10 years now. So he's been by my side. It's kind of like, and then everybody in that gym have been family. So that's why I just kept it the way it is. I mean, I never wanted to change it
Do you feel like a responsibility to represent the culture through discipline and no stereotypes?
Yeah, to represent the culture the right way, you know. I don't want people thinking that we're a bunch of how can I say it? Just represent the culture the right way, no matter what it is. American, Mexican, you know. I don't want people thinking that the stereotype of me being uh a gangbanger or something like that. Nah, or a meathead, like what they'll say sometimes about us. Like if you come to our gym, we're like one of the most laid back people out there, man.
I've seen the videos of you sipping tequila in between sets and,
Yeah, no, Scott's been pretty cool. He's one of the coolest guys out there, man, and he's been real. I mean, how can I say it? He's been great, honestly. I mean, being my coach for 10 years, we've had our ups and downs in competitions. There's other people out there that switch coaches every year. If something doesn't go right in one competition, they'll switch over to another coach. But my coach, I've been right there with him, so he's been cool as hell with me.
so now as a strong Mexican man, what does that mean to you in today's world, being a strong Mexican male?
Well, how can I say it? That's a good one. Just go out there and whew, you got me on that one, bro.
Being a strong male, like there's different variations. It's not just about how much you can lift or as being a strong male, like it's the burden that we carry for our families, that our families don't see what's going on behind the scenes with us. You know,
Exactly. I mean, I try to put on this sometimes this persona that I'm strong and everything, but mentally sometimes, as a male, we always go through our own issues. I mean, I've had my issues. When my brother passed away, I dealt with some mental illness. I mean, that was pretty much a dark time of my life. But yeah, I don't really see it as being a strong Mexican male. I try to keep my head up high on my shoulders, man.
okay.
Especially for my daughter.
As you say that you don't see it as being a strong Mexican male, do you think modern masculinity has lost its backbone, or do you think it's more just adversity towards masculinity?
Um, be honest with you, I think it has. There's some. I mean, it's a thin line because there is some whining crybabies out there and everything. And some people deserve to get punched in the face, but at the same time, I mean, with mental health, I mean, when I was going through it, I never spoke about it. I mean, it was something that I later on in the years later that I spoke about it to certain people about my mental health. But sometimes you need to get some stuff off your chest. But nowadays, I believe there is a bunch of whiny crybabies, and like I said, some people deserve to get punched in the face.
Well, and I've said this on several episodes. I am a firm believer in therapy, and one of my guests, Austin Turnquest, he said it best. I feel is that not everyone is equipped or um, has the ability to accept traditional therapy, but they can find their own therapy in things that they do. Like for him, it's talking to his plants and, caring for his plants.
Yeah, yeah.
So, we as men, and we have had this stigma for as long as, men have been around basically where, men are not supposed to show weakness. We're not supposed to be the one who has issues. And the moment that we show weakness in, and even my last guest, Detective Matt Thornton, he put it as at the end of the day, basically, I'm going to do what I need to do, no matter how I feel, because at the same time, if my family knows that I'm not good, then it's kind of like chaos ensues.
Yeah, I mean, that's why, like the iron, lifting weights, that's my therapy, man. Going out there, letting aggression out. I mean, my supervisor ain't gonna let me pick up my coworker and throw him across the for the yard or anything like that. So well, sometimes when they piss me off, I go out there and let it all out on the weights and everything. Or if I'm not having a good day, just go out there and let all my frustrations out by lifting weights.
Where do you think that your hunger for strength really came from? Do you think it came from your family, that just something that you wanted to get into?
I want to say my family roots, just the fact that how my mom and dad came here, watching them as I grew up, building the future they have for us when we were young. And I think that was strengthened me more, gave me the strength that I need to be who I am now. My family, tie, culture, um, everything I do now. But I want to say my parents are, I think, the ones that gave me the strength that I need, the heritage. My dad and mom, they played a big role in this, even though they probably don't know, but they play. I think they played a big role into this.
I feel the same way. My parents played such a big role in everything that I do now. You know, it's just our parents are so important,
Yeah,
even from an early age. And those that don't get the luxury, or maybe not even luxury, but those that don't have that, it's a soft spot in my heart for people not being able to have that ability to take those qualities from their parents. And it's just one of those things that obviously is not necessarily controllable to the kid, but
yeah, and that's what I told my daughter was like, growing up, my mom and dad never really had time to watch us play sports. Well, we never got to play sports because we was always out there with them, helping them in the harvest season and everything. So I told my daughter, I mean, look, I'm out here helping you coach. I'm out here at all your competitions. Your grandma and grandpa we never got to do this growing up. I'm like, I'm not trying to live through you. I'm glad you picked this up on your own. But it's something that I always tell my daughters, like, you just be grateful that I'm here with you. I'm out here helping you and your teammates and everything. Because not everybody can do it.
do you feel any misconceptions that people have about you before they actually know you?
Yeah. But some people when they first see me coming through, they probably think that, I've gotten a couple comments that, you know, that oh he just got out of prison or he just got out of jail. I mean, just because of my tattoos and the way I look, I'm like, it has no. I'm like, nah. Once you get to know me, I'm a big soft teddy bear, man. I'm. My daughter has made me soft. Just being around, having a daughter just made me soft, just all around. And I mean, shoot, when so I'm anaphylactic shock to. I mean, I'm highly allergic to dairy products. I can go into anaphylactic shock. So a piece of cheese can pretty much kill me, and she knows that. I mean, we experienced that a while back, a little episode here at the house.
Yeah, I was going to say, just recently you had something happen with that, right?
Yeah, it was I want to say it was a freak thing because I mean I've had allergic reactions in the past from dairy, but this one just caught me off guard completely. I mean I've never felt that. I have an EpiPen and she shot me with it, but it was just something wasn't right because I mean usually it takes about 10-15 minutes for me to feel the effects of the allergic reaction. My throat starts swelling up, I get rashes. And but this one hit me pretty fast. It hit me within like 4 or 5 minutes, and that's never happened before. So daughter hit me with the EpiPen, and it wasn't kicking in or nothing. And then I'm like, I told her, I think you're gonna have to call 911 because I'm having a hard time breathing. And just to cover our asses, she ended up calling 911, and they came out here, and I felt like the whole world was spinning because I mean I've never felt something like that before. I've always said ever since COVID, I feel like it's evolved because it's how can I say it? I used to be able to taste something. I'm like, oh, that had milk in it, and I had time to drink Benadryl, do something to stop it from getting to where it's at. But ever since I had COVID, I mean, it's messed me up completely. Like that part of it.
Wow. I can only imagine like how scary that would be.
It is. I mean, I've had it all my life since I was a little kid, since I was born. So all my life, I've had to watch what I eat, watch around where I'm at, because even the smell can trigger it. That's what's crazy about it.
Wow.
I can be in a room full of pizza, and just the smell of the cheese can trigger it. It happened to me when I was younger. My parents we went to eat at Pizza Hut, and just being in the restaurant itself triggered it to go crazy.
Wow, that is crazy.
Yeah, and at the same time, I was like, I'm kind of not glad, but I'm happy it happened, so that way my daughter knows what to do in a situation like that. So, and that's been prepping her to, hey, if this happens, this is what you need to do. So
That's good, and kudos to her for acting so fast, and because who knows what would have happened if she'd panicked or even took a few more minutes to try and process everything.
exactly, and I mean, and she held her own. I mean, I was surprised that she stayed calm and cool and collective throughout the whole situation. She tried to keep me calm. She went out there and waited for the ambulance to show up and everything. She kept coming back in and out, in and out. And when they finally left is when she finally broke down, because she's never seen me that bad before. She's seen me get sick and everything from it, but this is the first time where she thought, oh man, I thought I almost lost my dad.
Yeah, and I can only imagine how scary that was for her.
Yeah, it was pretty scary. I just got to be more careful.
Just kind of moving forward into more of a lighter tone, why would you say community is just as important as individual strength in your life?
I feel like a community, everybody lifts you up. The tequila community, family community, coworker. I mean, I got coworkers that I consider my family. They're a community. But I feel like with everybody like that lifts you up. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I've had where I was, how can I say it? I separated myself from everybody. I didn't want nobody around me and everything. But then when I started finally coming out of my shell, being who I was in dark spot, I feel like the community that I was around, my family, my friends, my coworkers, made me who I am now. Even my gym family.
As we talk about those people who are community and those who you consider family, who has stood behind you when no one else is watching, and how did that shape you?
My daughter, but she's been to pretty much every competition I've done. My daughter, man, she's made me who I am now. She's been by my side. She's been pretty much at every competition I've done if she could make it. But I would say my daughter's been by there. Then my parents. But those
Well, oh, go ahead.
but those are the main ones that sharpened me and made me who I am now.
Well, Martin, I do appreciate your time. Thank you so much for being on the podcast. Where can everyone find you on social media?
They can find me at the Mexican Silverback or Iron and Tequila on Instagram. Got a Facebook, Martin Espino. You can hit me up on there too. But man, I really appreciate you. I was nervous being on here with you because like I told you before, man, you've interviewed some heavy hitters, man. And this is my first time ever doing something like this, man.
Man, no, and like I told you, there's no need to be nervous, dude. You're good, man.
I think I was more nervous doing this than stepping on that platform with all them strongman guys, dude.
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, man.
Well, again, I do appreciate your time, and I thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Have a good night.
Have a good night, guys.